find it written in the sky. You can't buy tickets.
Welcome to Build SA Build of the Month. My name is Andy Swandlovu, and today we have Mrs. Terisa Hsu Lee with us. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you so much for having me and coming to my office.
Okay. So please tell us more about yourself.
So I like to label myself as a multidisciplinary, creative mompreneur, fempreneur, beautypreneur, passionpreneur.
Oh, wow.
And that's because I play so many roles that don't necessarily correlate. I mean, currently I am a Mrs. South Africa finalist, top 30, been on a pageant journey. And so I'm a mother of two. I am a fur mother of 3 adopted fur babies. And everything I do with passion. I am going to be a very, very new and upcoming producer and director of my own reality series. Okay. So yeah, called Titles To Be Confirmed, which basically talks about my Mrs. South Africa journey and the people that I meet along the way. And hopefully you'll feature on there too.
Hopefully. So for starters, congratulations on the Mrs. South Africa. So when you go more about your company, Ever Beauty, so what would you say are the main products or services that are offered by your company?
So if I give you a bit of background on Ever Beauty was established in 2013 by my parents. Okay. That's like many, many years ago. And initially it was just a beauty brand with lipsticks and foundations, but it didn't really work out because they didn't understand the South African market and what it is that the South Africans needed. Now, when we look at South Africa as a beautiful country, it's very, very diverse. I mean, your skin color and my skin color are like totally different.
Yeah.
And so we need to create a product line that is going to be acceptable and something that is attractive to you, but also equally attractive to me. So with regards to my mom's and my father's initiative initially, it didn't really go because they looked at the Asian market and basically copied and pasted what was popular there and brought that into South Africa. So in 2018, I re-established the brand. Okay. I rebuilt the brand. The brand was dormant. So let me correct, it was 2003 when it was launched. So it wasn't 2013, sorry, 2003. So many, many years.
Yeah, that is.
And it's a family legacy that was just sleeping because it failed. It failed significantly. And I rebirthed it because I loved fashion. I loved beauty, I loved the glam, and I loved the glitterati.
We can get that.
And so I wanted to rebirth the brand, but make it affordable and relatable to every single South African human who loves makeup. And the 8-color foundation range was created.
Okay, I think I love that. I love the concept that it brings of actually being there for every South African woman and whatever tone or skin color that you are. I think that's very important, and we love that for bringing that to some even people that didn't even know that it's not about your skin color and it can cater to any type of woman, even if we're not the same skin tone, and you'd still look beautiful and feel good about yourself.
And I think, one thing, that is very, very important to me when it comes to my brand, it's the messaging. The messaging, Ever Beauty, means everyone deserves to be beautiful.
Yes.
And beauty is really subjective.
It is.
Your perception of beauty, my perception of beauty differs. And also, whatever's trending at the time, one moment we need like these apple bottom bums, and the next moment we need to be like super skinny. And the media determines that. But what's important is what we feel within.
That is definitely true. Because we women, we'd like to feel special. We'd like to feel beautiful all the time. So I love your product so much. And the message that it plays across to women in South Africa. And
the message is you deserve to be beautiful.
Yes.
And when I first started this slogan, one of my close people said to me, that word deserve, deserve, I don't like it. I think you need to change it to something else. And I'm like, no. I like the word deserve. Every single human deserves to be beautiful, whether you're male or female, whether you're trans, it doesn't matter. That feeling is something that every person needs to feel from within. And when you feel you're beautiful, you are beautiful.
Yes. That is very powerful. So what would you say is your unique selling point?
I think, when we as South Africans often look overseas and we're like, oh wow, that's from New York, that's from Italy, and we just have this whole ideology that everything across the board is better. But my unique selling point as Ever Beauty is it's a South African brand, a brand that is specifically created with a formula that is targeted to the needs and wants of the South African consumer. And the message is you deserve to be beautiful. So that is very, very powerful. Not, when it comes to cosmetic brands, and I'm not, pinpointing any brand in particular, there's often association with a particular race. Like, oh, that's a white brand, that's a black brand, that's a Indian brand, or that's a Arab brand. And I don't want that. I want the brand to be South African. And South African means multiracial, multi-diverse, multicultural. And that is the brand that makes us, our messaging, so unique and so powerful.
Okay, so with everything that you've been working on since you started, you say 2018, and
rebirth, yeah.
So today's 2023. What would you say is your greatest achievement to date?
You know what? I'm going to first start with my greatest failures, because without failure, there is no achievement.
Yes.
And, because of COVID, I went through quite a knock when it came to a point where we weren't allowed to sell this product because it wasn't considered a necessity. Remember when they said no cosmetics, no this and that, the only necessities you were allowed was food and basic essentials.
Yeah.
So that knocked me a lot. But because of that, when I was able to sell, I just said, you know what, I am going to drop my prices significantly because I was sitting with so much stock that I was very optimistic to sell. But because of the changes in the economic climate, people weren't as prepared to purchase as they were before.
Yeah.
I guess I just started the brand or rebirthed the brand at a time where, people wouldn't expect COVID to hit. I mean, who would have thought? You didn't think.
At all.
I mean, we all felt like we were in a movie.
Yeah.
So how do we take that movie and make that movie our fairy tale? How do we make that movie a dream that people can be inspired and look at and say, wow. So for me, I took the opportunity to say, I'm going to sell everything below cost, because I'm sitting with all the stock. I need to get it out there. And my biggest achievement would be the brand awareness amongst the South African community, who is so appreciative of the brand, who are saying to me, when are you rebirthing the brand? What's happening now? When you've sold out. I've sold out in my foundation range. I've sold out in everything.
That's beautiful.
And I think for now, I also want to reestablish myself as a South African manufacturer and not just overseas. When we started off, a lot of the stuff was made in China, and I'm going to say it proudly. But now I want to be proudly manufacturing my stuff in South Africa to build the South African economy, to create employment, and also when every person holds the bottle knows that this item is made in our beautiful country of diversity.
So with everything that on your day-to-day schedule where you're busy and all days are not the same, so how would you say you then motivate yourself to keep going and keep pushing all the time?
I think the biggest thing for me is just one word: gratitude. We take so many things for granted. The ability to be able to talk, the ability to be able to speak and smell and taste and laugh and breathe.
Yes.
There are many people who are on life support, but we forget because we continue with life and we complain. So my first thing each day is gratitude, being grateful for the opportunities that I have, being grateful for whatever the universe holds for me. And today I'm grateful for you sitting here next to me and asking me what it is that motivates me.
Yes.
Inspiring others, being grateful, and just seeing the impact that I can make as an individual on a day-to-day basis in whatever capacity I can.
So Terisa, what can we expect from you moving forward?
Well, currently I'm on a Mrs. South Africa journey. I've been in there since February this year. Now we've just been announced as the top 30 finalists. I'm very, very proud of this sash. It is a lot of hard work. It is
definitely
a space of grace, but women empowerment, where they stretch you to the max and you think, oh my gosh, I'm gonna pop, and they still stretch you more. And you decide if you want to stay in there and persevere, or you decide to run away and say, oh, this is too much for me. So I'm not gonna lie, I've had moments where I was like, geez, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, life. I homeschool my children. I run a business. Do I have the capacity to do this? And there's always a voice that goes, no, you don't. Just, you know what, take a chill. Why do you want to put your life in such, challenges? You can just live, simply. And then there's another voice that says, go out there, make impact.
Yes.
And, just do whatever it is in your capacity, but don't give up. Do your best. So that voice, it's always what motivates me is to be able to ascertain the two voices, the polar opposite voices,
yes,
and allow the positive voice of positivity to be louder
and more powerful.
Yes. And listen to that voice.
Okay. So tell us more about the show that you were speaking about that you have coming through.
So I started working on, I love embarking in different projects. So I started working on a reality docu-series, and I like to add the word docu-series because it's not the traditional reality show that we are accustomed to.
Yeah.
It's called Title to be Confirmed, and basically profiles me on my Mrs. South Africa journey, but along the way, the people that I meet that inspire me and that get me to where I am supposed to be, meaning put on the crown. And you know what? When I say I see myself wearing the crown, I say it with the utmost humility. If I don't believe in myself today, why would you believe in me? Why should you believe in me? As long as we operate in a space of grace and kindness, less of ego, with a vision to motivate and share positivity with others, then it's okay to say, I see myself wearing the crown. I see myself getting to that goal. I see myself having this business. But without that vision, nothing is possible. And so I'm excited to be sharing that pilot trailer very, very soon. It's going to happen this month. And we're in the final edits. So watch out. Follow my page on Instagram at Terisa Hsu Lee, and you'll get more information on Title to be Confirmed.
Okay, we are excited for you and we definitely can't wait to see it.
Thank you.
So please tell us more about the Mrs. South Africa journey. So what inspired you to actually enter the competition? What is the motive or passion behind it?
And I think that's a very, very good question. Thank you so much. To be honest, I never saw myself as a pageant queen. In fact, when the narrative came, I was like, oh, I'm not sure.
Is it?
But I believe in trusting your soul and listening to your inner voice. And damn, that voice was so correct. When I walked into that place, I was completely, I realized I underestimated the platform. This platform is not the stereotypical pageantry. I entered because I wanted to have a voice. But I wanted to have a voice that is dignified, graceful, and leave a legacy that is going to inspire my daughter and other young girls who may be looking up to me, and also women who are married in society. And now the platform itself lends to an audience that is 25 to 55, married women in particular.
Yes.
So what better place for me to share my narratives, to share my insights, and share myself as Terisa to the world. And as I walked on this journey, I realized, sure, there was childhood trauma, I forgot about that, and there's just so many things that started unraveling. I thought my why was that, but it shifted, it changed to, you were the young girl that was in an all-white school, that was bullied and teased for your eyes and flat face.
Yeah.
And then within your own communities, people that looked like you, they would say to my mother, what do you feed your daughter? She's huge. Because remember, I'm very, very tall for an Asian girl. And those sort of traumas started unraveling as I walked on this journey. And I was like, sure, okay. Going into 40, in 2 more months I turned 40. I just wanted to just do something that is going to be out of my comfort zone, and yes, to inspire and share, but then I realized it was going to be healing for myself.
Yes.
For now to fully embrace this woman that I love, the woman that has gone through all of these judgments, and I'm putting myself out there to be judged. To say, look at me, I'm not your average Asian woman. I consider myself South Africanese. of Taiwanese and Chinese descent historically, but raised in the beautiful country of South Africa. I want to be the first title holder to change history, to be the minority that believed in herself despite her challenges as a young girl. And to stand there and say to every single black and white and pink and blue child that you are possible. If I believed and I received, you too can be the same in whatever dream or aspiration that you have.
Oh my God, Terisa, that is so beautiful. That is. I love the passion, and I like when you say it comes from a healing process.
I didn't know. I underestimated
it's
it.
things that you discovered in the journey, and that is very beautiful to watch. It's like you growing from everything that you went to the stature of the title of what you're having right now.
It was crazy, yeah. And I still remember, I sat down, my mentor said to me, you need to look at your why. And I was like, my why is this. And, you know, I walked away from a reality show space and I saw how they were, you know, profiling women.
Yeah.
And I want to find a space that's dignified and graceful and can share positive narratives. And you know what, I can't be a miss because I'm married for 15 years and I'm a mother. So yeah, now it's changed though.
Yeah.
There's an age, my age is also, I mean, I'm turning 40. So this was my platform. This was my space. And the healing was just, I remember writing down my whys and trying to just dig deep. And when that came out, I cried. I was like, gosh, I was a child, I'm the child. And I can laugh about it now, which is a beautiful
thing. You've grown from it. So in closing, if you would describe your ideal South Africa in one word, what would it be?
I think, you know, really the ideal South Africa for me would be where we really no longer see race. I don't like the word race because then we start creating these personas of, oh, that person is this color, that person is this. And we have all these narratives which were from our past. We need to start seeing each other as humans, as souls, all in this classroom, living our projects and our assignments and just, you know, dealing with each other with compassion. So if we all have compassion and kindness and see each other as humans and souls, I think the world will be a better and better place.
And that is very true. Thank you so much, Terisa. Thank you so much for that.
It's a pleasure.